In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create an interactive web-based dashboard that pulls data from a data.gov dataset. And to do this, I'm going to use the free online web app Style BI. So to start off with, I signed into Style BI. I'm going to click Connect to Data Source, going to find data.gov JSON, select it, click Create. And now I need to enter a URL for the data.gov dataset. Now, there is a way to get a JSON URL intended for API access for a particular dataset on the data.gov website. However, you will need to modify that URL a little bit, which I'll go into. So to start off with, we're going to get the JSON API access URL from the data.gov website. So begin by going to the page for the data.gov dataset. Click on Actions, click on API. Make sure that API endpoint is selected and JSON is selected for the data endpoint. And you will see the API endpoint URL with two different buttons that you can use to copy the URL to your clipboard. So once you've copied that URL, paste the URL into the section labeled URL. Next, we're going to modify that URL in three important ways. First off, we are going to delete the part of the URL where it says v3. So we're going to delete the slash and then the v3, leaving it at .gov/API/use. Next, where it says query.json, we're going to replace the word query with rows. We're also going to add a question mark and the words access type. The T should be capital. Access type equals download, and the download should be in all capital letters. Now, there's also a section here to enter your username and password for data.gov. The data set that I'm using is publicly available and does not require logging in, so I'm going to skip this step. However, there are some data sets where you must be logged in to view them or to pull data from them, in which case you would enter your username and password for data.gov here. I'm going to scroll down, click OK. Next step is to create a query. Select data.gov JSON. And now under URL suffix, I'm going to do the same thing that I did before with the URL. So just to review, I'm going to paste the URL that I got from the website. I'm going to remove the v3 and the slash. I'm going to change the word query to rows. And I'm going to add a question mark and access type equals download. Click OK. Now I'm going to save my data worksheet. Click OK. Next, I'm going to click Create Dashboard. And I'm not going to use the visualization recommender for this one. So I'm going to click Finish, click Continue, and I'm going to save my blank dashboard. Scroll down, click OK. Next, I'm going to edit my blank dashboard. So to start off with, I think I'd like to make a chart of estimates by year. So I'm going to drag out a chart. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller here. Click Edit, click through the full editor. And I'm going to drag estimate into the y-axis. And then I'm going to search for year, and I'm going to drag year into the x-axis. Now, this chart defaulted as a bar chart, but since it's a time series, I'm going to select a line chart since that is more descriptive of a time series. So I'm going to click on the chart menu. I'm going to select line, click the check mark, click finish. So now I have a time series chart of estimates, but these years, they're not very easy to read. So I think I'm going to change the settings on those by clicking on the axis, right click, axis properties, and I'm going to select for the axis labels to be slanted this way so that they're a little bit easier to read. So that helps. I think I'd like to add a chart that breaks down estimates by age. So I'm going to drag out another chart, going to resize it a little bit, click edit, click through the full editor. And once again, I'm going to search for estimate and drag estimate onto my y-axis. And now I'm going to search for age, and I'm going to drag age onto my x-axis. Now I click finish. And now I have another chart that breaks down estimates by age. But I think I want to link both of these charts together to enable drill down. So I'm going to make it so that my year chart filters my age chart. I'm going to do this by selecting my year chart, right-clicking, select properties, scrolling down and under flyover, select the second chart, click OK. And now you'll see when I preview the dashboard that if I hover over different years on the year chart, the bars on the age chart will update to show just the aggregated age data for just those years. And I can also select a particular data point on there, and then I can select a bar for a particular age, and I can click on the microscope icon to drill down into that data, and I can see the data for just that age demographic for just that particular year. And if I want to investigate that particular selection of data, I can click on the download button and I can export that data in an Excel file for further investigation. And that's how you create an interactive dashboard that automatically pulls data from a data.gov data set.